Hello everybody and welcome back to another F1 Gamer Dad iRacing official race broadcast. We are here at the stunning Daytona International Speedway for yet another broadcast. We are week 10 of 12 of the season 1 2024. We are today at the lovely Daytona International Circuit in the Maconi setup shop C-Class fixed trucks. Bit of a mouthful there. We are in for a pretty good race, I imagine. We're quite a full grid, 27 degrees track temp, 55% humidity. It's partly cloudy. We are on the pace lap at the moment, and we will have a quick look at the grid. Okay, so on pole position we have Josiase Nicholas. Apologies if I've absolutely mashed that one. We then have Clark Walsgrove filling out the front row, Logan Lansford P3, Maxim Dolko Piatov P4, Kieran Potter P5, Stan Meyer P6, Eduardo Zamora P7, David Figueroa P8, Luke Stubbs 9th, Matthias Oyuela 10th, Zachary J. Smith 11th, Lilac Zier in P10, and I will get to the rest of you all very shortly because we are about to go green. Nicholas has the field and we are off and running. Seems a nice sensible start as we go here into turn one for the very first time. So we see as many of these stunning trucks as possible. Very clean green flag start. The 88 already getting into the back of the 5. The Chevy giving the Toyota a nice little push there. Settling into a nice rhythm. This is top split at the current moment in time, so you would expect it to be very organized. This is Daytona 500 week. Unfortunately, I'm not going to broadcast at 500. I don't have that much time on my hands this week because I am aiming to run it for 3 times as well. So I've already run once myself and got P7 a couple of days ago, which was nice. Fill out both Saturday splits as well. This is some lovely organization there. 2 lines, very organized all the way back. We've got a couple falling off the back. Goes in touch just a little. It's just behind Zach Kerr, so it's Damien Cooper and Sam Heisey. Just falling off the back a touch, so they just want to tuck in there and make sure that they don't get left behind. It is so easy, and we've actually had a change for the lead here, as on the high line, number 16, Clark Walsgrove goes to the lead over Nicholas. Walsgrove holding out the high line. The high line actually doing quite well here. It's very stable. Always awesome. We've got the number 6, Maxim. They're pushing the 16 along. It's always nice to see the second car in line doing a bit of pushing. Everyone else just doing some aero drafting, just hanging in there and making sure that they can do a bit of fuel saving as well. Oh, the 17, Stan Myers. Stan Myers getting very loose. Oh, and we've got one. We've got a big one. We've got a big one. Oh boy. Oh, it's carnage. It's absolute carnage. We are under yellow. There is a full course caution. And unfortunately, I think we might have to go back to
lap 4.
Stan Meyer for that one. Ouch.
I mean, he did that on purpose. So.
Number 17 looked a bit shaky as we were going through. While we're under caution, let's try and just figure out what transpired here, and we'll go Oh boy! Oh wow! That's a biggie. Oh gosh! Might get some.
Well, like half the field is blinking, and it's making everybody check up, and then some people are trying to stick it 3 wide already, and it's just not.
Let's try this one again from the aerial view. So 1750 gets into 1730, has nowhere to go, and the rest really is just pinball. Oh, so unfortunate, this one. Oh goodness, and we've got a few other incidents as well, but I feel they will just be part of the same incident. Cars just getting caught up with nowhere to go. That is a big incident. Who have we got? We've got Josh.
My race is good as over.
Josh Burgess. Yeah, you can see he is crabbing hard. Burgess goes into pit lane. Dan Sullivan has also entered pit lane. We'll go back to live pictures because we've got cars coming back around, and we are.
17 just like has a hardware failure. It looks like just hard brake and went left.
Yeah, a lot of comments about 17 Stan Myers just not holding the line. It looked like there could be some technology issues. There could be some hardware issues, maybe a disconnection. We'll give him the absolute benefit of the doubt there because you don't like to see that sort of stuff. We're right on board with Josiase Nicholas. I am so sure I've gotten that wrong, by the way. That's a shocking pronunciation. Please correct me in the comments, Mr. Nicholas or Mrs. Nicholas, because that's giving it my best there. Okay, so we have multiple cars back in the lane. Dan Sullivan has visited the pits. Matthew Dench entered pit lane. We've got Dylan Ella in there. Kosh Kelly. Stan Meyer, the 17, is in there. Zachary J. Smith as well. We've got Dan Figueroa in pit lane. Fabian Ramos. Zachary J. Smith. I mean, we could really just be doing roll call for the entire grid here. Really, it's quite a biggie. So I feel like we may have a bit of a reduced field when we get back under green flag running. Hopefully we haven't lost too many. If we go back through the field, let's just go back here. Zamora, Stubbs, Orwella. Oh, we've got, okay, all right. Vladislav taking the bus stop. There's always one, isn't there? If you haven't seen it, do yourself a favor and watch Basic Ollie's Daytona 500 run, his second run in the Open setup just earlier today. Someone called Victor or Victor Williams took the bus stop, spun during the 500 and ended up on the opposite wall to where the bus stop chicane is. So it was a great one to watch. It was absolutely remarkable that someone would do that during the 500.
Do it, Zach.
Kosh Kelly back here as well. Dylan Isla from the States. We have Dan Sullivan from the States. Everyone organizing themselves. Stanmeyer is back in the game. So obviously not too much damage inflicted there, which is good to see. Matthew Dench back out there as well. His car looking a little worse for wear, although it might be the way the paint works on it there. Oh, and Dan Figueroa, what has happened there? Oh, goodness. This is just coming out of pit lane, getting on the gas. No. Okay, might have been the case that unfortunately his damage was a bit too much. Oh, we've got Dan Sullivan stopping just after the Geico start line as well. Oh boy, what is going on here? Got all sorts happening. This is we'll go back live with the lead pack because we're about to get back under green flag running. Pace car will be in this lap. See if our trusty track map will work there. Yes, it will. So they're just rounding. We're just about to come around turn 4. And we will get back underway. Put the driver inputs in there as well so we can see what they're seeing and feeling from inside the cockpit. Everyone, when you're watching this, very open to feedback, very open to comments on things that you would like to see changed. I think for safety car periods, I'd like the yellow flags to be a bit more obvious so people can see that that we are under a full course yellow. And Mr. Nicholas has the field. The Toyota gets underway, gets an absolute stonking run there through the first corner.
Come on, bro.
Everyone
Keep checking up. Just check up, please.
Falling in line nicely. Rounding turn 2, we are still green. Starting to get organised. The 88 falling in behind the 5 and the 6 behind the 16s. Two very nice. Oh, the inside line is fairly bunched up there. The 18 pushing the 88, pushing the 5. You don't want to do that for too long, especially when we come into the corners. And they are very tightly packed. It's always so impressive to watch. Oh, the 88 in a very precarious position there down low. getting pushed and pushing as well. The number 10 behind the 11 is in a similar situation. Very nicely done from these trucks so far. Very nice. A very neat restart. The 88 falls out of line. Ooh, I mentioned it a moment ago. He is right in the danger zone being in behind the 5, but just in front of the 18. Everyone keeping it nice and tight. Very well held. And the high line really hanging in there nicely, as opposed to what I've seen so far in the running of the 500s. The high line seems to fall off if it doesn't have too many cars connected. And the high line here really getting some good support, which is great to see, and it's hanging in there. It's hanging in there as long as I have seen so far this week. The 5, Nicholas still controlling the race. And the number 2, so it says the 88 on the paint, but it is the number 2, Logan Lansford, sitting in behind the number 5. Oh, we've got a bit of chatter about connection issues, and we absolutely do have a blinker there.
Someone behind me on the high line is blinking out like Hulk.
Oh, Logan Lansford really nicely tucked in behind Nicholas there, down on the bottom. We'll try and spread out and see as many cars as we can here. It's always an interesting one though with ovals because when we do have someone in the pits, Fabian Ramos
Car 22 is blinking a bit.
is in a pit lane. Something has happened there. That is a big one. That is a very
having to hang back a little bit, 5 of them getting hot.
Very big one. I wonder what's happened there. If that was just a result of that first sequence accident, or if they've had another big one, because we haven't picked that up on the broadcast. We will go onto the gearbox. Go a few cars back here and just see what we can see. We're on board with Eduardo Zamora as he just checks up behind Kieran Potter on the inside line. Everything very well organised at this point of the race. Everyone taking it nice and easy. Filling gaps. There's a bit of a gap here on the inside line in front of Matthias. This is stunning. Beautiful Daytona International Speedway at sunset. Does it get any better? And what a remarkable race too. But one caution, and ever since then, and I have to say the caution was really out of nowhere with the 17 as well. It seemed like things were running very smoothly, very nicely. And the 5 and the 16, Nicholas and Walsgrove, again, still controlling this race. We are 13 laps down out of 25. And it's looking very steady. Ooh, a bit of movement in the background there on the high line. Looked for a moment like that could get a bit tasty. Oh boy, my broadcast just made the most amazing sound, and it sounded like there was a bit of rubbing going on, but no, we're all good. Number 10 having a bit of a check-up from the 11 there. The 11 is just leaving a bit of a gap to the 6, which, you know what, is not a terrible move. Because if something happens there, you want to give yourself a bit of extra time to react just in case, but also you don't want to leave too much of a gap that you lose the tow and you end up, you and your whole line getting disconnected from the car in front and losing the tow. We've got number 22 just disappearing there momentarily. And these guys, I've got to say, these guys are racing so well, the top 4. Oh, 6 just getting the nose into the 16 and just unsettling his rear a little bit. That was an interesting moment. And again, just a bit of a bump. You want to make sure it's just a bump. It's not it's not spearing into the rear quarter. So Maxim really playing hardball there. He's really going for it. He has a look outside, maybe just to cool the car a little bit. Luke Stubbs getting a bit frustrated on the radio back here, sitting in behind Eduardo Ojuela. It still looks very organised back here, though, I've got to say. It still looks like everyone is just biding their time, just waiting for the race to come to them, waiting for things to happen. Oh, big bump there on Ojuela's rear end. Again, we are really settling in nicely. I hate to say it, but there's a lack of action in this race, and it's actually playing into it being an amazing battle here. We have 8.5 laps to go. And honestly, it's anyone's race. Oh, as the leader has just blinked out momentarily. So Clark Walsgrove, and this might be a consequence of Walsgrove being from the UK, racing with a lot of North American racers. He then gets another big bump from number 6 to just get himself back up there. That would have hurt his momentum, and it's hurt the whole Highline's momentum there as well. So let's see if they can just keep it in. We're in the Class C trucks today, so we don't have any sort of pit strategy. It's a fairly straightforward sprint to the finish line. Organize yourself, see if you can make a run in the last few laps. Let's just see everyone very organized. The 3 losing touch slightly with the number 6. What have we got there? The number 9. Ah, of course. If you flip the 6, it becomes a 9. What a remarkable race at Daytona. Or the 6 again, getting into the 16, probably at a time when Walsgrove would rather not have someone nibbling at his bumper. But I mean, it's keeping them in it. The 6 is losing that cushion with the 11, though. The 11 should come back into it on the back stretch. What an awesome race. First truck race, or first oval race we've broadcast here on this channel, and I don't know if we could have asked for a better one. We have a car that is losing touch, though. So we've got Sam Heisey, who unfortunately, if you get this far away, and it's not far, but if you do get within or outside of about a second to the car in front of you, that toe is gone. And you need a fair bit of chaos in front, a fair bit of checking up, a fair bit of disorganization to catch back up. And to be fair, I think Heisey might actually be able to regain the pack. We'll see how that plays out, but he's not actually too far back. When I saw it out of the corner of my eye, I thought, you know what? He might actually be getting dropped big time. It's not turning out to be quite the case. And he's still he's still opting for the high line, which is interesting. Very interesting tactic. We've actually got Zachary Smith, and we have Matthew Dench as well, just getting out of the way of the leaders, and getting into the wall. The 10's been hit.
Really?
Taylor, I think it was. Taylor.
Fine, you guys just hit me anyway.
Taylor definitely got hit there. The 16. The 6 has gotten into the 16. The 16 holds it. Very well done from Walsgrove there. That had the potential to be just an absolute nightmare. The 6 just getting into the back of him. We have number 18, Kieran Potter. That is Kieran Potter. It's always confusing when the numbers don't match. No, so we've got Logan Lansford up there in the Valvoline car. Bit of a surprise. We've got the 10 in the wall slightly, just a bit of a scrape. But now the low line, incredibly organized. We've got 3.5 laps to go. The 16, so Walsgrove, when he was sitting in the box seat for the majority of this race, the high line, after those lapped cars came through, has suffered a bit of disorganization and a lack of momentum as a result of that. So the 6 needs to get back onto the 16 here and give him a good bump so that he can continue to push Lansford if the high line has any chance of getting involved here. We're 3 wide back in across the start-finish line. The 24, the 22, and the 10, 3 wide at the moment. Vladislav is in the middle of all this. Actually, I should say Zach Kerr, the Aussie, is in the middle of all this. They're probably not wanting to stay 3 wide for too long. This is intense. Now we've got the 11 in the middle of the 4 and the 10, and he's going to go through onto the 6. The 10 hits the 6. The 11's still there. He's still there. He's got no one to draft off, though. So he's actually slipped in and pushed Vladislav out of the draft. So Vladislav's going to need to respond now if he's going to have any chance of hooking up with the 6. Meanwhile, we've got the 17, Stan again, getting into the back of the 24. The 22, the 3's around. It's a big one. It's a big one. The 3, and they've held it. I think they've held that. The 11.
Sorry.
Oh, boy. That was...
Was that you that hit me in the back?
That had the potential to be absolutely catastrophic. Eduardo Zamora is...
coming for fucking 10 laps there.
Zamora's absolutely correct. That was a yellow for all money. And we are on the penultimate lap here. So rounding turn 4, we're going to get the white flag. Gives the 5 a push. We've got Nicholas the Frenchman in the box seat at the moment on the inside line. He has Kieran Potter behind him. Logan Lansford has Clark Walsgrove 16 pushing him along. Walsgrove's been around for this entire race. We've just lost connection momentarily. Oh, apologies, everyone. We've just lost connection for the most important part of the race. So we've got Potter pushing along Nicholas. Nicholas is in the best position to win this one. As we come round to the checkered flag, is it going to be Lansford or is it going to be Nicholas? Nicholas has it there. We've got the 18 of Potter coming through. We're going to have to see in slow-mo what actually transpired there. We missed it. Missed it a little bit on the broadcast. And we can slow it down as well. So we've got Nicholas in the number 5, Logan Lansford in the 88.
On the track there, Michael.
We've definitely got number 5 coming through for the win. What a fantastic race. That was absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, don't know if we could have enjoyed that anymore. There wasn't, for an oval race, for a C-class oval race at Daytona, was not as much chaos as you might have anticipated from the very beginning, but no less entertainment. So, rounding this out, we have, and we'll highlight our winner here, the number 5 in the Toyota Tundra, Josiase Nicholas. That's what I've said from the start. That's what I'm going to stick with. Apologies again if I've mispronounced that. Logan Lansford from the United States takes out P2. Kieran Potter, P3 from Australia. Clark Walsgrove, P4. Eduardo Zamora, P5. Maxim Dolgopiatov, P6. Zach Kerr from Australia, P7. Vladislav Goltsev, P8. Jason Schilling from the United States in P9. Luke Stubbs, the Australian, in P10. We've got Lilac Zia, fantastic name, P11. Stan Meyer from the Netherlands in P12. Kosh Kelly from Australia in P13. Sam Heisey, P14. We then have Dylan Ella, P15. Jason Taylor in P16. Dan Sullivan, P17. Damien Cooper in P18. We then have Matthias Orhuela, 19th. Zachary J. Smith from Australia in P20. Matthew Dench, P21. Some of these races near the back end caught up in that very early incident. Unfortunate to be caught up in that one. Fabian Ramos, P22. David Figueroa, P23. And Josh J. Burgess rounding out the 24. I have enjoyed that an incredible amount. What an absolutely awesome race. We'll relive that last couple of laps again as well as we round out this broadcast. Thanks so much again for being part of this. If there's anything that you would like to see or anything you don't think was represented in the best light here, or any kind of feedback you want to provide to make this channel the best that it can be as well, and to suggest broadcast for future races, I am absolutely open in the comments. So let me know what you liked, what you didn't like, and until next time, we'll see you soon.